Today we're going to be working on crate train, and for me this is the most important behavior you can teach your dog. As you see, Kip is really well trained when it comes to crate training, and today I'm going to show you step by step how to get your dog to this level of training. Hello everybody, my name is Edgar Rodriguez and this is Kip, my service dog. In this channel we are committed to help you to be a better handler through training, knowledge sharing, and encouragement. Like I said, today we're going to be working on crate training. And why is this so important? Well, the first thing is potty training. When you get a new puppy, you want to use the kennel or the crate as a potty training tool. The first thing you want to learn and take in consideration is this type of crate. I love it because it comes with a divider, and you want to make it as small as possible and as large as needed. What I mean with that is you want your dog to be able to turn around and stand up inside the crate, but that's it. So you want to limit the space that your puppy have, because that's going to help you in the potty training process. And then another thing I wanted you to take in consideration, never put in the kennel a bed or a blanket or toys. Don't leave anything in here. And why is that? For two reasons. If you have a puppy that is not potty trained, the first thing you're going to prevent is that the puppy pee or poo in top of the blanket or bed, because it feels like soft and they might try to do that. The second thing you're going to prevent is then breaking those things, chewing the bed, chewing the blanket, and maybe swallowing some of that material, which will get the dog sick. The second thing you prevent by doing that, you don't want to train your dog to break soft things like pillows or beds or blankets. And having a dog inside a crate for a longer period of time, maybe 2 hours, and the dog start developing that behavior, and then it's going to be hard to stop it. So I never leave anything in here. I might leave a chew toy, but if I leave a chew toy, he's going to be under supervision. Just in case he break it or something happen, I like to know what's going on, but never leave my dog unsupervised with anything in here. Let's go now and start showing you how I train Kip how to do this. If you watch my video where I train Kip to stay in the car and wait for the command to leave the car, or to go in the car and then wait for me to give him the command to get in the car, which are two behaviors really important when it comes to CECU, Canine Good Citizen Urban test. That's really important, and this might, if your dog is well trained in the kennel, it's going to make that behavior be really easy if you're not there yet. Don't correct your dog for bad behavior in the crate. This is only used for good place. This is a good place. Keep coming. And all you do is throw a treat in there. I will throw another one when he's still there and leave the door open. When I say throw one and maybe a multiple, never throw a bunch. Never take a bunch and throw them in there, because that's like one big treat. You want to do is you throw one, he eats that one, and then another one comes in, because for him that is multiple treats and it has multiple add-on value every time you throw another one. So that has a lot more value for him. That's one thing. The second thing is you never want to close the door when you start this process. And if you have a puppy, I recommend you sit on the floor. That way you're more close to the dog and he feels that personal contact. You throw the treat, dog goes in there, and the dog is going to come out on his own. Kip's not going to do it because he knows better than that to stay in there. But if you have a new puppy or a new dog, he will come out. Let him come out, throw the treat in there, and wait for him to come out again. One time you do one treat, and sometimes you do multiple treats. From there, we're going to start closing the door. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw a treat. Let me get him out of the kennel really quick. Keep coming. So we're going to throw the treat. He goes in there. We close the door. We say good, and close the door. Good, and close the door. Yes, good boy. So as you see, I was getting him in the kennel. He got in there. I keep closing the door, opening the door, and then his reward coming out of the kennel. So it's a happy activity where he don't feel like I'm gonna lock him in here and leave the room. That's one important thing. Keep coming, casita. Good boy. So when your dog is good on that part of the training, and then you're gonna make that even better. You want to close that door? Good. And close the door for a longer period of time. Maybe you hold 30 seconds, 1 minute. It all depends where your dog is at in the training. And you continue to do that. Okay? After your dog is here, so he's almost to the point where you can close this door and even through the fence. Good boy. Good. For staying in there. And then you can open the kennel. Do you see that? I didn't correct it because I want to show you. That is a bad behavior. So keep, you see that? He's not going to get reward for that because that's a bad behavior. And now I'm going to show you really quick how I train him that he has to stay there and to prevent that to happen. But if I open the kennel, he shouldn't leave the kennel. There he got too excited and left the kennel. Not a good thing, and it's not allowed. So if that happens, I don't reward the dog. Especially if you have a dog that you're training for the first time to crate training, you're not going to correct him for doing that behavior that Kip just did, but you're not going to reward it. And then you just reward when he is in the right place. So you take him back in there, and then you reward him there, and no rewarding out here. Kip could get a correction there, which would be a no for him. I wouldn't give him a E color, nothing. I would just say and no, and he would understand that it would be enough for him. But you don't want to correct your dog at the beginning of the training. Kip, come. So again, we throw him in there, close the door, and I'm going to open the door, and he has to, good. That was a correction. I know some trainers, professional trainers, they said, oh, you're supposed to use or only use the NO. I use and it works for me, but it's up to you if you want to do that. Okay? Keep coming. So now we're going to train Kip not to leave the kennel unless I give him the command to do it. Let's go. Casita. Good boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the kennel a little bit. Good. And I'm going to close. See, I'm using good, which is my continuous marker word. I'm not using yes because yes is a terminate marker word. And I want him to stay in there. I use it, like you saw me when I pull him out, I say yes because that was a terminate marker word. He was done. He didn't came back to the kennel or nothing because that's it. He was done at that point. But in this case, we're using good. 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 So now I'm going to open the door a little bit more, and good. Good. And when I start the video, he was standing here. So this is it. I say good and keep him there. If I want him to get out of the kennel, if I say yes, that means he's done. This exercise is done, and that's the terminal marker word. I'm going to show you something really quick before we go. If the kennel is closed like that, I'm going to show you really quick. And I'm going to pull his plate. I'm going to put some food in the plate. And let's see what happens. Good boy. That's a good boy. And that's the point where that's at the level of training you want to go. This is nothing special when it comes to his food. Every time you feed your dog, make sure he goes in the crate. Make sure you give him the command to go down if he knows the command. And then when he's down, you feed the dog. If you're going with the plate and the dog tries to get up, you say no, you correct the dog, and he has to give him the command again. He goes down again, and then only when he's down, you give him the food. By doing that every time you feed your dog, before you know, this behavior is going to be natural, where he even opens the door for the kennel, gets down and wait for his plate. Do the sound right here. He knows the door is open. So what I do, I hold the kennel for a second, and then I open it, and he has to wait. If he would try to push again, I will just hold it, open. If he push, I hold it again. I could give him a treat right there, say good, and push it. So he doesn't feel like I'm correcting him. I'm opening, good. And then when I'm ready, when he's patient, and then I open the door fully, and I test his patient by staying here at the end and say, yes, he comes out of the kennel, good boy. And that's it. That's how I do it. It's not so hard, the technique. It's more about being patient and doing it every time. You don't want to sometimes do this and sometimes he can come out of the kennel however he wants. If you do that, and then he's never going to know when to do it right. And you want him to do it right at all times. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you like this video. If you find it useful, make sure you give us a like and go ahead and make sure and subscribe and ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we post a new video. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.